Well, they're under order, so briefly, last time out at Wincanton. But the Tote Pattern Handicap chase underway. A great race in prospect. Here's Rory.
Yes, a great race in prospect, Bruff, and as you say, 3 miles the trip this time, and that means 19 fences all told. They're coming to the first, which Two Swallows jumps in company with the 100-to-1 outsider, Wansford Boy. They're all safely over it. In third place at the moment is Seamus O'Flynn as they run on now to the first open ditch. Fence number 2, Two Swallows on the inside of Wansford Boy, then Seamus O'Flynn sweeping along in Mountain Castle, the 2 stable companions, and bringing up the rear at the moment, the last pair are Leany Duel and from the north, Fairy King. Making their way round now towards fence number 3, this will be a plain fence, and already there's a good dozen lengths between first and last, with Two Swallows in the lead, but only just from Wansford Boy, about half a length between these two. Then after 6 lengths comes the novice Seamus O'Flynn in third, in 4 is Mountain Castle, 5 sweeping along, then 6 and last but 1 Leany Duel, and 7 and last of all is Fairy King. Making their way to the third, a plain fence. Two Swallows by just about half a length from on the right, Wansford Boy, the rank outsider. Seamus O'Flynn over in third, then Mountain Castle on the right in 4, followed by his stablemate sweeping along in 5, then Fairy King and Leany Duel. Now this is an open ditch, and on the right, Wansford Boy came to just in front, made a bit of a hash of it, hit the fence with his hind legs, but is still very much on his feet, as you can see, and disputing the lead still with Two Swallows. Very little to choose between these two. Two Swallows on the inside of Wansford Boy, and again the outsider jumped just slightly ahead of that one, and these two have gone about 8 lengths now clear of Seamus O'Flynn in third. Another plain fence for the 2 leaders, Wansford Boy and Two Swallows together, then Seamus O'Flynn and Mountain Castle. Fairy King has gone up 1 place into 5th, relegating sweeping along to 6th, and Leany Duel still at the back of the field, 7th and last. Now they make their way around towards the home straight for the first time in this Tote Pattern Handicap steeplechase with the grey Two Swallows, who is in fact still an entry for the Gold Cup at Cheltenham. I don't think he's good enough to run in that, but he still leads from Wansford Boy in second, then Mountain Castle on the outside of Seamus O'Flynn. Seamus O'Flynn, a winner first time out this term over hurdles, then 4 novice chases, going well now. Meantime, it's still Two Swallows from Wansford, and the faller, or very nearly down Mountain Castle. John Frankham did really well to maintain the partnership, but that must have taken an awful lot of stuffing out of him. Mountain Castle virtually down and out. How John Frankham stayed with him, I don't know, but he's still there in the race, and obviously he'll give him a bit of time to recover after that mistake. But back up front, and it's still Two Swallows, as you can see, the grey in the lead from Wansford Boy over second, and very close to. Then comes the novice Seamus O'Flynn in 3. Mountain Castle has made up ground again. He's gone 4 in front of Fairy King, Leany Duel, and sweeping along. All these grouped closely together. Now they pass the post with a complete circuit to go, and Two Swallows now leads by almost 2 lengths from Wansford Boy, the jockey chair Mark Brisbane in second place, then Seamus O'Flynn 3. John Frankham has Mountain Castle up in the challenging position 4 as they make their way to the 10th, and this is the water jump for the one and only time. Over the water, Two Swallows in the lead still from Wansford Boy, and now the leader has gone 3 lengths clear, and now look at Seamus O'Flynn being brought up on the inside by Robert Earnshaw to take second place as they go to the 11th, which was the first. It's a plain fence. Leany Duel is still last, but it's Two Swallows with the rest of the runners getting a little closer. They're more tightly packed than they've been, I'd say, throughout the race. Going to an open ditch now, Two Swallows, and now Mountain Castle getting to into the race again in second, relegating Seamus O'Flynn to third. Well, they've still got 7 fences left, and high time, I think, for a word from Bruff Scott.
Yes, Anthony Webber on Two Swallows. He's got to attack. He's got 1 or 2 of them in trouble. Mountain Castle made a very bad mistake. Leany Duel's got a long way behind, as he often does. But the situation really going to pattern as we'd expected, and it's what happens down this backstretch here when they really begin to quicken up that matters, and jumping is going to be all important. Seamus O'Flynn has looked novice just a couple of times. Sweeping along has jumped all right, but a bit slowly. If Two Swallows really jumps well here, he could still stretch them enough to hold on, but we'll see.
13th fence they took then, that was the 13th. And it's still Two Swallows out in front of Mountain Castle now in second. Seamus O'Flynn, who seems to be running rather in snatches, back in third, having dropped back to 5th. Over this fence a ditch, and in fact he's gone there. Seamus O'Flynn fell at that open ditch. Seamus O'Flynn on the ground. The jockey Robert Earnshaw quickly on his feet, and He's not, in fact, he's still crouched down, but the ambulance with him. The horse is okay, as you can see. Ran out again at that fence. No harm at all to him. We'll report on Robert Earnshaw as soon as we can. Meantime, the leader's at the fourth last, and it's Two Swallows still in front, with Fairy King now for the north, going up second, relegating Manton Castle to third, then Leany Duel being produced by Peter Scudamore. That's now in fourth place, and sweeping along is fifth. And the good news is that Robert Earnshaw is quite okay after that fall. There he is, Robert Earnshaw, and looking a bit dejected, as well he might be, because that's no mean novice, Seamus O'Flynn. Meantime, the leaders are in line for home. They've just got 3 to jump here at Kempton Park, and it's Two Swallows making a bid to make all the running here today on this, his first real good showing this season. He's returning to form. That was clear after his previous effort, but he's only got 2 to jump now, and he's still going strongly ahead of Fairy King at the second last. Two Swallows, and Fairy King almost down. He's down. Fairy King has gone at the second from home, a tired horse, his reappearance race. So that's left Two Swallows well clear of Leany Duel and Manton Castle. So the big two are second and third, but it's Two Swallows' day, surely. He's still in front. Leany Duel coming strongly, then Manton Castle, but they won't catch Two Swallows. It's only a short run in. Two Swallows it is. He makes all the running at Kempton. A fine return to form up the line. Two Swallows is the winner. Manton Castle just second, in front of Leany Duel third. Sweeping along, coming home now fourth. And then the only other one to finish will be the 100 to 1 outsider, Wansford Boy, who's coming home now, and I'm sure he'll collect a race before long if they just drop him slightly in class. And looking back, I can see that Steve Smith-Eccles is okay, but I don't know about Fairy King. The horse is still on the ground. Let's hope he was only winded. He was, of course, very prominent in the race at the time, and of course a tired horse falling like that the second last, he could well be just winded. Let's hope so, because he is still in fact down on the ground. But all credit to Two Swallows. Two Swallows winning from Manton Castle, a fine race. Remember that bad mistake he made on the first circuit. He did really well to come back into contention. Third, Leany Duel. But let's now